Hello, fellow travelers. It's that time again to make some announcements and shout-outs, as is tradition. First of all, thank you guys so much, as always, for tuning in and listening. I can't say that shit enough, and I will continue to do so. I love playing games with my friends, and I love producing the show for you all. Seriously, the support means everything to us. To that end, we do have a new secondary feed you can search called 9mm Presents. And it's an easier way to listen to the games we've released on our Ko-fi page once those folks get to hear it first. As of right now, we have a game of Mothership run by me, featuring some cast from Hand on the Door, a Call of Cthulhu game ran by Lucas, featuring Jared Witkowski from Playing with Madness, and recently, as of July 21st, a one-shot of Into the Odd, with Lucas being the GM, featuring myself, Brent from Rollwise, Charlie from This Line Isn't Secure, and George of the infamous Delta Cream supplements. More will get added as I'm able to complete them, and we definitely have more on the way, so subscribe to that feed and stay tuned. As well, you should also check out the latest iteration of Handlers Only, in which I return as Ben Harris, aka Agent Stone, along with Tom Ogus of Stories and Lies, Chris Hamjay of Sorry Honey I Have to Take This, and Cody from Suffer Not, stepping in for Vince Kaufman. So you definitely want to check that out for sure. Second, I want to give two big shout-outs to two different shows. Y'all motherfuckers need to check out Dead Letter Bureau, particularly their Damnatio Memoriae run. That shit is one of the best things, in my opinion, out in the Delta Green actual play space right now. And Nick is putting out a hell of a show. Go search it. Episodes release on Tuesdays. He's also doing other things. Pirate Borg coming, there is Trophy Dark, there's Mothership, there is Morkborg, all sorts of fun shit. So, go check them out. And second, go check out Haunted Halls. There are Blades in the Dark, actual play heist cast, as they call themselves. They have a friends around the table vibe, really great character moments, and their GM, Bobby, does a hell of a job telling a story. All of them are great. Christy, Bonnie, Jerry, all good people. As well, Bobby and Bonnie did some voice work for this arc, so definitely check out their show. They drop episodes every Wednesday. And also to that end, I'll be at Gen Con next week and actually meeting up with Nick and Bobby and their whole crew, and also sitting down with Caleb Stokes for an interview. I can't tell y'all how fucking excited I am for that shit. It's crazy. Shit is just crazy. And finally, Rolling Forge is our longest arc so far, and I try to do a bunch of different things outside of my wheelhouse. It's an original scenario by me with ideas pulled from many different places, and we hope you enjoy this ride. And there's no intro this time, so let's get it going. It is April 6, 1990. It is a Friday, and we zoom in on Port Tobacco, Maryland, to the estate, to the grounds of the Rose Hill Sanatorium, and to Dr. Rufus Kimble. Dr. Kimble, your normal routine, I believe, if I remember correctly, you got up super early. Like you get up early. I think you do like a little walk or jog or something, if I'm remembering correctly.
Yeah, Rufus wakes up pretty early, walks around his neighborhood a few times before heading to work.
Okay. Yeah, so while you're out and about, I'm assuming, presumably, you are moving around the woods?
Yes. Yeah. I mean, there are other homes semi-close by, but he is largely keeping to a trail through the woods by his home.
Okay. I want you to give me an alertness roll, please.
The success
Ooh.
at a 34 under 41.
So you're not quite back to your home yet, but as the sun is starting to come up, it's not fully up yet, but, you know, it's cresting through the trees, shadows are forming, leaves are still on the ground to a degree, but through the trees over towards your home, you think you see what looks like a small cloud of dust moving through the trees over by the direction of your house.
Like Wile E. Coyote or like a vehicle?
Like a vehicle.
Okay. He'll approach via the back way.
Okay. Like the back door of your house?
Yeah, he'll go in through the back door of his home and peek out through a window on the side.
So there is a van, a panel van parked out front. It says Grayson Medical Supplies on it. And kind of like at the front steps, the little steps to like walk up to your house, there is a man. He's, from what you can tell, he looks a little gangly, somewhat tall, but he's standing there with his arms crossed. He looks around, and then you hear a knock at your front door.
Yeah, he didn't call for any medical supplies, so I think he's going to be a little disconcerted, but we'll answer the door.
Yeah, so you walk up to the door, open it, and the man is not as tall as you, obviously, in your entire large 6'8" glory, but he is in the 6-foot range. And he looks up at you, but he has this smile on his face, and he has a gold tooth. And he speaks in a southern accent, and he says, "Well, you must be Dr. Kimble then."
And you are?
Well, I suppose it's not going to matter too long. You can call me Mr. Lepus.
Okay.
I'm going to put it to you real nice and simple, Dr. Kimble. You're going to come with me.
On whose orders?
You don't need to know that.
Well, I do, because I can close the door.
He whistles, and the back doors of the panel van open, and 6 men in fully blacked out tactical gear come out with MP5Ks. Give me an N×5 roll.
I'm so tired of having guns pointed at me. That's a success of an 18 under 85.
These men are dressed up very similar to the 2 guards that were at the Outlook facility when you originally went and got your Orexin shots.
Fuck me, man.
So these 6 men emerge. They aren't pointing weapons at you, but they are down. And the man who referred to himself as Lepus says, "Now, I presume you aren't going to make a terrible mess of this, right? Don't worry. Don't worry. We've already got affairs in order. Your wonderful little head nurse is aware that you're going to be out for a little bit. But we do need you to come with us, Dr. Kimble."
For how long?
Oh, that's not up for me to determine, apparently. You can either come quietly, or I can just report back to my superiors that you were uncooperative and a little accident happened.
Well, would you mind giving me a minute to put clothes on? He's currently wearing like a t-shirt and some shorts.
Sure. And he steps forward, putting his foot in the door, and he does a hand-waving motion, like a hand-chopping motion, and the 6 men begin to move up the stairs with him.
All right. Does everybody need to watch me change, or can just 1 or 2 if you come along?
What, are you afraid of us seeing you in the nude, Dr. Kimble?
I don't
Your dick too small?
Okay. Come on in.
I mean, they were going to come in whether you know.
Yeah. He just says it.
Yeah.
So he'll go to his bedroom and change into his standard lightweight suit and tie, and will walk out with his terrifying entourage to their paneled vehicle.
Yeah, so 3 of them get into the panel van first. You can see now that there are some seats here in the back. Then you are motioned to go next.
He'll go in.
Yeah, and then the other 2, so the remaining 2 and the man who referred to himself as Lepus get in, and then the remaining of the men get in the driver's seat. And Lepus, you see him reach to his left side, and you see one of the men. Now they're pointing his MP5K at you, and you see that Lepus is holding up a syringe, and he says, "Now, I hope you understand. I do gotta stick you. Can't have you figuring out where we're taking you. But I think you already know where we're taking you. You're a smart man. They briefed me on you."
Sure. At this point, there's nothing he can do, so he'll just I'll kill myself.
Well, you can't do that. No. Not yet. Not yet. So when the man referring to himself as Lepus sticks this injection into your neck.
Oh, damn.
You feel this strange sensation. It's like one moment you're at your house in the back of this panel van, and somehow within the next moment, you find yourself inside of a darkened room. And you know it's a darkened room.
It's just full anesthesia. Yeah.
It's more like, it's weird because now that you're thinking about it, you feel as though you were conscious the whole time, but you can't recall what was perceived. It's like you had a conscious blackout, if you will.
Mm. Now,
for transparency, I think, Caius, I had mentioned this to you before.
Yeah.
But I need you to roll me a Pal times 5 roll.
You motherfucker. That's a success at a 46 under 80.
You initially feel some moments of panic, but you don't let it slip over you. Very clearly, you are wherever you are for a reason, and you suspect that right now, in this moment, that all those months ago, you gave up a name. Who would have thought that it would lead to you being where you are right now? But yet you also don't seem to think that this was CARRADINE's doing, because 6 blacked out, dressed up men like this, that's not the group's style.
No.
As far as you're aware.
Yeah, I guess now people know why he was reluctant to give up a name.
In this moment, in this darkened room, you're not restrained, but you know that you're in a room. What's going through Kimble's mind right now?
I think he wants to catalog any doors, anything about the environment. I think he's being very analytical at this moment because he can't do much without having as much information as he can gather.
There are 4 walls. And it's a square room. So it's not an unusual shape that this room has. There is a metal door. The floor is tiled. The walls are padded. And there is what appears to be, because you can kind of see as your eyes begin to adjust to the dark, there is a reflective surface in this room, like a window or a mirror.
Yeah, like a single-sided window, basically.
Maybe.
Mm-hmm.
What's going through Kimble's mind right now?
What is going through his mind? This is such a fucked up situation, Maxwell. I think he's not even allowing himself on a subconscious level to feel anything right now, aside from just categorizing exactly what he sees and remaining as open-minded as possible. He's looking around to see if there's like speakers that he can see, cameras. You know, he is checking his pockets to see if there's anything in there. Like, he's just purely analytical at this moment.
You are wearing the same clothes that you were in when you were taken, because that's essentially what has happened to you, is you've been taken.
Right.
So, in a way, there is a small modicum of hope, maybe. You know that you were being watched by the group, given your encounter with Sierra and Anthony all those months ago. Whether or not any sort of attempt is going to be made, or whether or not CARRADINE could possibly be aware of what's happening right now. So, we're going to now jump ahead to April 7th, 1990. Eddie Vittorio, you had made plans to meet up with Deanna and Vincenzo at Deanna's parents' house they don't live directly in New York City. They live in upstate New York. And you had to do a little bit of side work at the VA, at the Brooklyn VA Medical Center, which is why you were going to head up separate. You were going to catch a taxi. Let me ask this, because I don't know if we ever really fully established this. Does Eddie's apartment have a fire escape?
I'm gonna roll luck.
Yeah, let's roll luck.
It does.
It does. Okay, so yeah. Why don't you go ahead and describe the layout of his apartment? I know there's a bedroom and a bathroom, but like, where's all that in relation to like the living room, would you say?
Well, it's a very boxy thing for being in Brooklyn. It's one of the newer apartments, and it's above like a convenience store.
Okay.
Side entrance. The layout is pretty much all just one room and a bathroom.
Okay.
There's a corner where he puts his mattress, which is next to the windows, and that is where the fire escape is.
Okay.
And the kitchenette is kind of opposite of that.
Okay. So yeah, let's just say that you had just gotten home from being at the Brooklyn VA Center. You're just tidying up a few things, making sure everything is right in your house, in your apartment, and you have, your like a suitcase packed and ready to go up for the weekend. There's a knock on your door. Frantic knock. Heavy knocks.
I wasn't expecting anyone, so Eddie is a bit reluctant to go and answer it. He's going to call out, "Who's there?"
Eddie, right? Come on, man.
"Who's there?"
You hear from behind the door, God damn it, and then in a more hushed tone, "I'm with the fucking group. Open the door."
Eddie squints his eyes.
Do you look for the people?
Eddie furrows his brow. It's like, the group? He's going to look through the peephole.
When you do, give me a human roll.
That's a failure. 83 over 69. Nice.
Nice.
No longer a 69 after this, though.
Yeah, but we'll get to that. So, when you look for this peephole, the man on the other side, he doesn't look like a drug addict or anybody, Clearly he knew your name, but you've never seen this guy before in your life.
And he goes ahead and grabs his gun out from under the table.
Yeah, good old 1911.
He's going to open his door slowly.
Okay. When you do, give me an alertness roll.
Right, that's a success. 37 under 76.
From outside on the street, you hear the sudden squealing of tires like a vehicle is braking out front, over where the fire escape is. And as you open the door, this guy says, come on, man. Let me in.
Who the fuck are you? Why'd the group send you here?
Look, I work for a guy specifically, Millhouse. That's how I know him, okay? You're in danger.
I'm in danger.
I don't really have time to explain. Me and my partner, we've been keeping an eye on you, all right? Certain things that have happened with you, you don't know, you would not know we were there. We've been told to keep a distance, but we've been keeping an eye on you, all right? That's sort of like our function, okay?
All right, get in.
As he's about to do that, you hear what sounds like the clacking of a slide on a pistol out in the hallway, and this guy's head just explodes. Like there's blood that splashes out. What are we doing, Eddie? You hear footsteps running up the hallway from your right.
Eddie's going to the fire escape.
Okay. 1 second.
And he's going to lock his door.
Okay. We're going to say that we're in initiative.
Not how I expect things to go.
No. So you lock the door, you're heading over to the window, you throw the window open. There is a banging. There's a couple bangs on your door. Give me an alertness roll.
That is a 2.
You hear muffled voices, and you hear what sounds like one of them saying,
"We need him alive. Remember, you can't kill him."
Eddie is going to go down the fire escape as fast as possible.
give me an athletics roll. And you'd see now as you throw open the window and you're on the fire escape that there is, the panel van is like right underneath on the street.
Athletics, I got a 41 under 74.
Okay. It doesn't go all the way down to street level, but it goes up enough to where you take stock of your surroundings. You look around and you just leap over the railing and jump on top of the panel van onto the roof of it, and you clang down on it. The guys who were pounding at your door, right as you hear heading down, you can hear the sound of your door break open from within the open window of your apartment. And You hear the sound. There! He went out the fire escape. Go around. Go back out. And you see a guy stick his head over the railing, and he has this strange-looking pistol in his hand. Give me a firearms roll to see if you can identify it.
I got a 94 over 82.
Yeah, he looks like he's about to aim and fire at you, but it's not his turn. What are we doing, Eddie? You're on top of this panel van.
I'm gonna duck to the other side of the panel van.
Left or right? And actually, the left side is closest to the building, and the right side is closer to the street.
Whichever side gets me full cover from this guy.
Okay, so it'd be the right side. Yeah, so you just quickly slide off to the right, and you are now in cover behind this panel van. And we're going to say that that is your action. So the guy up in the window, I need to make a roll for him. You do hear like a plink sound hit the top of the van, and you look up and you see a dart sticking into the metal a little bit.
Fuck!
What are we doing?
How close is the street?
I mean, you're on the street now. Like, the van is like, it basically like, it didn't fully parallel park. It kind of like did this like shitty maneuver where it's like still kind of out in the street. Like the rear end is like in the street a little bit.
Is this still running?
No.
All right, I'm running to the other side of the street.
Okay, there are a bunch of other buildings on like across the street from you. There is an alleyway there. You know this alleyway. And your weird moments of going through all the things that you're going through when your electromagnetism disorder was a lot more prominent, you know, and you wanting to escape, you know, in your weird fucked up mind, that was one potential way that you could run away, you think. But yeah, so you run into that alleyway.
Run to that alleyway, yeah.
Okay. Give me an alertness roll.
I'm gonna sprint to that alleyway.
Okay.
I got an 8.
You hear what sounds like running footsteps coming from behind you. And then you hear a shout from behind. Go! He's going for that alleyway. And
as soon as I get to the opening of that alleyway, I'm gonna turn around and fire off some shots.
Give me a firearms roll. Yeah, you would be within the range, I'd say. So yeah, give me a firearms roll.
Crit fail. 100.
So you go to fire, and you realize that you hadn't put the magazine inside.
Fuck!
Yeah, you hear the sickening sound of your gun clicking empty, and then you look at the bottom of the 1911 and see you hadn't loaded the magazine before running out of the apartment.
I'll keep it on me. Maybe it'll be a good bluffing tool. Keep running. Keep running.
Okay, well, that was your turn. So the guy up in the window, he disappears and back into your apartment. But this other guy who you can now see is running towards you. But since he's running in on the move and a little bit further away, he's firing at a penalty. He also has one of those strange-looking weapons that you now understand and realize is a tranquilizer pistol. However, you hear the sound of a dart like whiz by you. You hear him go, shit, and you hear a racking of a slide. There are people on the street when you get past this alleyway.
What are my options? What are my options?
Your options. I mean, you could try and blend into this crowd. You could keep running, use them as cover, see if you can catch a bus, just all sorts. You got all sorts of different options.
Eddie's going to try and get on a bus.
Give me a luck roll.
46.
Okay. You do see a bus up ahead, but I need you to give me an athletics roll to see if you can get on it before they round the corner and see you.
That is a 69.
Nice.
Under 74.
You haul ass. You kind of knock a man aside, and he doesn't go sprawling to the ground, but he's like, hey, what the fuck, asshole? And there's a few gasps from people on the sidewalk because it is the afternoon still. So the fact that whoever these people are that are doing this in broad daylight, they're brazen enough. But in one fluid motion, you tuck your 1911 down the front of your pants, cover it up with your shirt, and just haul ass towards this bus. Thankfully, you already had some pocket change, and with your heart pounding in your chest, you get on the bus, you throw it in the coin collector, and the driver sees you, and he's like, whoa, hey man, slow down, you got here just in time.
Look, go man, it's people chasing me.
What? And there are a few other people on this bus. One of them looks at you with a cocked eyebrow, but this being New York, the rest don't pay you any mind. And the bus driver sputters out sounds, oh, yep, and just has no words, but he swings the little handle closed, and you can hear the doors close behind you, and you plop yourself down into a seat, and the bus begins to take off. And you see one of these guys, the guy who had like shot one of the darts at you, you see him like slow to a stop and look around like frantically, like wondering where you are. You see there's this look of this, he sees the bus pulling off, and then he is like scratching his head, and then he goes to return around, disappears around the corner, and the bus begins to pull off. So what is your next move?
Eddie's gonna wait a couple stops, and he's gonna get off that bus. He's gonna try and make it to the subway.
Okay. So are you heading anywhere in particular?
I'm trying to get to a secure spot where I can get to... I'm trying to get to a secure place where, one, I'm in public, and two, that there's a phone.
Okay. Give me an N times 5 roll.
Alright, that's a 38 under 50.
You recall from many months ago, you basically creating a secure storage facility for the group. And
Jamaica Queens?
Yes. And you remember there being a payphone out by the storage unit there where you had stashed the Spectre M4 all those months ago. You might want to give CARRADINE a call, you think?
Yeah, that was my plan. I wanted to be in public so that I don't get kidnapped in a fucking alleyway or something.
No, this payphone was in public. It was like right on the street, visible to a bunch of other people, and also within eyesight of the little manager's office at the storage facility that's there in Jamaica, Queens.
All right, so I'm at the green box. I'm gonna
the
call
not green
up.
box.
I'm gonna start calling CARRADINE.
Yes, let me do a
Motherfucker
luck roll.
Better pick up.
He does not answer on the first call with the number that you had memorized. Do you want to try again and wait 5 minutes?
I'm not waiting 5 minutes.
Okay, so what are you doing now?
Next number.
Okay, okay. Well, a few rings, and then the phone clicks, and you hear the familiar sound of your case officer.
Hello?
CARRADINE, it's Eddie.
Eddie, I told you to wait 5 minutes between two calls.
This is an emergency.
Okay, what happened?
Someone's trying to kidnap me. They killed someone else in the group, outside of my apartment door.
Who? Did they identify themselves?
They said they knew a mill house. They didn't say who they were.
Oh, shit. Okay. Where are you now, Eddie?
I'm at the place in Jamaica, Queens, where I dropped off the Spectres.
Yeah, good idea. Arm yourself. I'm gonna give you a location to meet up at.
What the fuck is going on, man?
This is the first I'm hearing about it. Was there anyone else, or was it just one person that was killed?
Just one guy. There was a group of, there was two guys. They were trying to tranquilize me and bring me in. I don't know who the fuck they were.
Okay. Alright. 119 First Avenue South, Glen Burnie, Maryland.
Alright. I got it.
Knock on the door 3 times, pause, and then knock twice.
Alright. And who are these people?
Not from us. The person you saw die was somebody who was watching you. I don't know who the other people are.
Who are you sending me to?
You'll find out when you get there.
Okay. Whew. Alright, I'm bringing the Spectre.
You should.
Alright, I gotta go.
Go.
So, Eddie...
Before he leaves,
Yeah.
I had to call Deanna.
Oh, shit, that's a good point. Yeah, okay. Go for it. You would be calling at her parents' place, so let me make a luck roll, actually, to see whether it's her parents or her.
Fuck.
So when you call, Deanna's mother picks up, and she goes,
Hello?
we're gonna say her mother's name is Gloria.
Hey, Gloria. Do you mind if you put Deanna on the phone for a second? I just need to talk to her.
Yeah. You're coming up, right?
Well, no, something actually happened at work. I can't make it tonight.
Oh, that's a shame. Yeah, give me one second.
And you can hear the sound of Vincenzo crying in the background, and eventually you hear Deanna's voice.
Hon, what's going on? Ma said that you weren't gonna make it.
Hey, babe. Look, something came up. Something bad. I gotta run out of state. A friend, he just got sick, and he really needs my help. All right, I'm gonna be out for a couple days.
What? Okay, all Okay. All right. Just call me when you can. I was really looking forward to this, but I understand. You're a good man, Eddie.
All right. I love you.
I love you too, babe.
I'll see you when I see you.
Okay.
Eddie, give me a sanity roll from helplessness, please.
There's a pass.
You lose nothing. Your heart rate is pounding. You're sweating. It's not quite, summer yet. It's still a little chilly out, but you are sweating from having, sprinted your ass off and just the situation overall in general. But you get your breathing under control. You go in, and you, not realizing you don't have the key, you ask for a new one. They luckily have a spare. You go and retrieve from the storage unit the duffel bag with the Spectre M4, and there's one other magazine inside. There is something else in the bag, though, that wasn't there before, and that's $5,000 in cash.
What the fuck?
So you can surmise that in the intervening time, somebody with the group came by and stashed some money in there.
Eddie looks at it, says, I might need this. He's going to take that.
I mean, I'm assuming you take the whole bag.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so what's the next move? You've been given an address in Maryland.
We got to go rent a car, baby.
Okay. You wait for a bus. Your knuckles tighten around the grip, tighten around the sling of the duffel bag because you're on edge. Men just tried to take you. For what reason, you don't know. Another bus pulls up. And you go to the same rental car facility that you have used for the previous couple of times that the group has called upon you, except this time the group has not called upon you. This is something altogether different, but what I do want you to do is roll me a D2. Subtract that off of one of your bonds, that 2 that you rolled.
I feel like it's got to be on Deanna after what just happened. Mm-hmm. Sorry, babe.
Yeah, so your bond with Deanna drops from 6 to a 4. But as you stand there at the counter and, you hand over some cash, the person at the counter sort of cocks an eyebrow when you start producing the cash, but they get you a Jeep, weirdly enough. And you with the nothing but the clothes on your back, the magazine list 1911 tucked in your waistband, and the duffel bag with $4,500 in cash now, and the Spectre M4 with an extra magazine, so total of 2 magazines altogether. You also get a map for yourself, a map of the United States, and you start heading south. And as you start heading south on I-95, this is sort of a familiar path that you've already taken, because you had to go to Maryland to see Dr. Kimble all those months ago. So you're kind of familiar with the way down there. But eventually, you stop at some rest stops. You get, a local Maryland map, to help navigate your way. And eventually you find yourself in a small town outside of Baltimore, Maryland called Glen Burnie. And as you are driving to this address with some sort of train system that is running, that apparently ends here. You also know as you were coming in that you passed by Baltimore Washington International Airport, which is in Glen Burnie. So you are driving alongside this set of train tracks, and you see signs. It's called the light rail. You drive and you make a left off of this road that you're on, and you head into a residential neighborhood. Pull up outside. There is a driveway, but there is a vehicle in the driveway. So you park on the street. Actually, would you park on the street or would you park behind the vehicle in the driveway?
I'll park on the street.
Okay. Yeah, and this is about 4 to 5 hours later at this point. We're going to say that you get there around it's 6 p.m. now. And you walk up to the door and you knock 3 times.
Then twice.
And then twice. The door opens. CARRADINE, go ahead and describe yourself.
So he has hair. He has kind of wavy-ish hair, slightly longer face, dark blue eyes, brown hair, and thick eyebrows with a smaller nose. Think younger Brian Cox, but with less ridiculous jaw.
The actor.
Yeah.
Brian Cox.
Eddie, come in.
The shock, Eddie, of coming face to face with your case officer for the first time. How do you feel about that?
CARRADINE, this is your house?
This is not your house, CARRADINE.
This is a place we keep. A safe house, if you will.
Oh,
It's actually the group I work for during the daytime hours.
all right, I'll come in.
Yeah, you head in, Eddie, and CARRADINE closes the door behind you. There's furnishing in here. There's a couch, there's some chairs, there's a dining room table. You can see there's a kitchen going towards the back. There's stairs that lead up. This is a 2-story house. There is a garage that you had seen when you pulled up, but the car was in the driveway. But you are here.
Shit. My heart's been racing since I left fucking Brooklyn, man.
Take a few minutes, set your bag down, breathe. Just breathe nice and slow, and then I'll walk you through what happened so we know where to go from here.
All right. Fuck.
Do you need to call anybody?
I already called my girlfriend before I left.
Okay.
I told her to stay with her parents.
Okay.
Eddie, you take some moment. You set the duffel bag down, and you realize that you haven't been. You've been tense this whole entire time as you sink yourself into one of these couches, and just exhale, and you feel all of your muscles just. You relax for the first time in the past 5 hours.
You know, CARRADINE. First time I told myself the first time I saw you, I was gonna punch you twice. Once for Vince and once for Haney. But after what you just did for me, I think call it even.
I want to say this is quite a big moment. One of the agents meeting their case officer who's only ever been a voice over the phone.
I chuckle. I probably deserve it. Neither of them should be dead, but here we are. Can I offer you a beer instead? It's probably old, but
Hey, free beer is free beer.
agency only buys the best, and I'll go to the kitchenette and grab a beer. It's gonna be like probably an old Miller Lite that's probably like a month past when it should, but it's been cold, so it'll be all right. I'll get one for Eddie and one for me.
Crack them together. Cheers.
The absent friends.
Yeah. Fallen soldiers. So, who the fuck were those guys?
I don't know, but I have a couple of guesses. I made some calls during your drive down. The gentleman who, based off of my contact in the NYPD's report, the man with whom you are covered in brains, at least, well, part of your shirt that you didn't clean off, he was one of your minders. After the incident at Dr. Kimble's, we had you followed, naturally, just to make sure nothing unusual happened again.
Eddie, you only have vague memories of 2 other individuals being at Dr. Kimble's residence. In your mind at the time, they were palm trees. You do remember that memory specifically. You don't remember their faces, but you do remember that they were there.
Were they the people who were at Kimble's place when I went to go talk to him?
No, those 2 were watching Dr. Kimble exclusively.
Well, is the other person alive?
No. It's a little obvious to find a body in the middle of an apartment of someone who we know where they live, but I don't know where they were hiding or where they were parked at. So that may take some time to either check in or flitter through. And for context, Max, I'm rolling intelligence to determine whether or not I put together 2 of the pieces.
Gotcha. Okay.
Why would they want me?
I couldn't tell you. I haven't heard from any of the other members of the Kansas group. Oh, shoot. I should probably... Wait a minute.
And you see him kind of look and think to himself, hand on his head.
If they came after you, they could be going after Dr. Kimble. Damn it. I told him not to do it. Son of a bitch. Alright.
So Kimble's in trouble?
I don't know. Give me a minute, I'll be right back. I will go over to the phone that is in the same room, but, I said I'll be right back. And I'm going to call the hospital.
Oh, you're going to call Rose Hill?
Yes.
Okay. So, Eddie, you see CARRADINE get up and go over to the phone and dial a number. About a few seconds later, there is 3 knocks and then 2 knocks on the door. Eddie, as an instinct, you reach for your 1911, even though you then realize there's no magazine in it. But then the door opens, and a gentleman in his you think he's in his mid to late 40s, Eddie, steps through. He's got jet black hair. He's wearing gray slacks, a black turtleneck, and he's got weathered features on his face. He says, you called, boss?
And I'll hold up my finger and point to the phone.
And this guy looks at you, Eddie, and he comes over and makes a beeline for you and sticks his hand out and he says, you can call me Mr. Black.
Mr. Black? Eddie.
CARRADINE told me the situation, but good to know you made it out of it. If it's not obvious, I'm with the group.
I figured everyone in this house would be.
Well, knowing him, and he tilts his head and gestures over to CARRADINE. I mean, this is a safe house for his day job. I'd imagine that he debugged the place before we were going through this meeting.
I just look over at CARRADINE.
Oh, okay. Thank you so much. Yep, thanks. Bye. Okay. Oh, Mr. Black. So glad you could join us. I apologize I wasn't there really to do the introductions. Eddie, Mr. Black, Eddie. Eddie, I'm going to ask you to refer to yourself only by your first name for the time being, just for OPSEC reasons.
How do you two get code names?
I think moving forward, we're going to have to pick one for you. Typically, code names don't happen until introductions are made across multiple people that have not worked together before.
Uh-huh. Well, just Eddie.
Mr. Black, did you bring the equipment with you? And yes, I did debug.
I do have the equipment, yes sir. I can bring it in, or it can stay in my car for the time being.
Keep it in the car for now. When the night comes, we'll bring it in.
Understood. I presume we want to keep this tight-knit. I'm assuming your superiors don't know yet.
No.
So we keep the circle small.
Yes. Depending on how this rolls out, I will be talking to my direct superior, and that's all the further it should go.
Understood. Do you need anything from me right now?
Full security. Watch the cameras. The office is on the 2nd floor. It's a series of 6 monitors.
From behind his back, just out of habit, he pulls out his own Colt 1911 and just has it in one hand, low ready, nods and heads up and rapidly heads upstairs.
For what it's worth, I don't think I was followed yet.
I know you weren't.
All right. So, just sit and wait.
I have to make a couple of other phone calls because if you've been targeted, and it sounds like Kimble might have been targeted, he certainly wouldn't have disappeared for no reason. That makes me wonder if somebody tried to kidnap you, maybe they did get him and lied to the staff. I should call the other 2 and make sure that they're okay.
All right. Well, I'll sit tight. Tell me when you need me.
And we're going to cut away now at this point, back to Dr. Kimble. Dr. Kimble, you were in this room. At some point, they came in, they being people who looked like they were surgeons, in scrubs with masks covering their faces. It was a man and a woman. Couldn't really tell their features other than you could see their eyes. The female was smaller than the male doctor, but they brought you a tray of food. Food that actually looks pretty decent. Not like prison slop, if you will.
Yeah.
Hell, the food may look a little... okay, so the food looks maybe a step down from what you're used to serving to your own patients, but at least they, fed you. And there is water.
Can he... I'm so worried that this food is drugged. But what else can they fucking do? I guess he'll eat it.
Okay. You eat the food. It's like... It kind of resembles like a TV dinner sort of deal. Like it's like a little Salisbury steak, mashed potatoes, peas and carrots, and a bottle of water, right? Nothing abnormal about the taste. It's not, it doesn't taste funny.
Yeah, but Rohypnol dissolves really good into liquids, so who knows, man?
About an hour after you eat, you feel all your muscles tense up.
Yeah. Of course. Fuck.
But you're conscious.
Ooh.
And would you be standing or sitting? There's no chair in this room.
There's no chair?
No.
Fuck, man. I mean, he's been here for hours. He's probably sitting. There's no table even?
You don't know how long you've been here.
I mean, but he has an internal clock.
You think, if at this stage, if you had to guess, maybe it's been a few hours, maybe it's been a day?
Fuck me, man. I mean, yeah, at this point he would be sitting because your legs don't hold up that long.
Yeah, so when you sit down after you eat, you tense up and you fall over.
Mm-hmm.
But you're awake. Dr. Kimble, that window that I mentioned earlier, odd lights appear inside of this other room, and there's a noise. You see from the other side of this window, what you see looks almost like a child-sized slender humanoid with a large bulbous head and these liquid black almond-shaped eyes, and these colorful lights dance around behind it.
What the fuck?
Give me a sanity roll from the unnatural, please.
What the fuck? Where are the aliens here, man? Oh, my sanity's 55. It's not awful.
Not yet. Your breaking point's close.
That's a success. A 35 under 55.
You lose nothing to the unnatural.
He assumes he's hallucinating.
Yeah, for sure. And you see that whatever this is, it's very, very obviously, it's got to be some sort of trick, right? And this gray places its hand on the window and it peers in. Its expression inscrutable, and it waits some moments and then it disappears back into the dark. I would like you at this point to give me a PAL times 5 roll minus 20% due to the drug in your system.
That's a success at a 3 under 60.
You steel yourself. You keep it together. This is a trick.
Kimble assumes he's being put through stress testing.
Some sort of testing. You don't know what it is.
Is he aware of the stress tests that Outlook does?
You're aware of some testing that Outlook does. You don't know the full extent of what they do.
But has he heard of the term stress testing?
Give me an N times 5 roll at minus 20 because of your drugged out state. It shouldn't be too hard for you.
It's a success of 21 under 65.
Yeah, you've heard some sort of...
Okay.
You've remember Dr. Perov mentioned something like that, and then it occurs to you. Fucking Dr. Perov. The reason you're here, you think. I mean, really, if you wanted to, you could blame CARRADINE for all this. What else is going through his head in his drugged out state right now?
He figures if he was working with both the group and Outlook, who he didn't necessarily know were completely separate, but also didn't know if they were working together, he just kind of didn't care. He less so blames CARRADINE and more the fact that just like there's no communication, nobody talks to him, everybody is expecting him to pick a side. So he's getting very like self-righteous about it.
As is tradition.
Yes.
And Kimble, eventually, you muscles paralyzed. Eventually you hear the sound of the door opening, but again, you can't move. And you are picked back up, so that way you're not completely laying on your side. And for what feels like hours, you remain awake. And yeah, actually, give me a con times 5 roll.
That's a success at a 36 under 65.
Eventually, you feel the effects of the drug begin to wear off. And at this point, you have no sense of time. The room is completely dark again. But you gotta pee really badly.
Do I still have that water bottle?
You do. Did you completely drink it all?
Yeah, he would have. So he's gonna empty his bladder.
Eventually, you have to do your business. And you have a feeling that they're watching you.
He does
you
it
don't know
away from the window. Like in a corner.
Yeah, you you undo your pants and you put the water bottle in front of you. And does this feel humiliating for him?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I think he just views this as like a natural thing that he has to do, and he's being put in a bad position. But he doesn't, I mean, he didn't care that the people came in to watch him change. He doesn't care if they're watching him piss. He just knows that it's good for him to not piss right at them. You know?
That's fair.
He expects a little bit of privacy, so that's why he turns to a corner. But, I mean, it's not humiliating. There's nothing he's done to be embarrassed of.
Okay. Let's see here. So, eventually, you settle in for the manufactured nighttime in your mind right now. You don't know how many hours pass, but at some point, you're awakened. You're brought a full breakfast. It's the same duo from before. This time, the pair, they stand there in the room with you. The lights do come on for this purpose, by the way. And they're waiting for you to finish eating.
He's gonna not fucking eat, man.
You're not gonna eat, the man says.
I'm not hungry.
He looks to the other woman who's a little bit shorter than he is, and they nod, and the woman says, okay, well, that was to be expected. And she goes over to the door, opens it up. You see two of these men in black tactical gear come in. They come for you, and they grab you roughly at the arms and begin to push and maneuver you out of the room into the light. I mean, unless you want to try and resist, unless you just go with it.
He's going to go with it. He's going to take stock of every single detail he sees on the way to wherever they're taking him.
Yeah. Looks like you are taken to a room, another room down. It's sterile white hallways, right? You go left out of the room and then a right, and then you get taken into another room with these bright fluorescent lights, white tile floor, white tile ceiling. There's a post on one side of the room. And you see also now that there are 3 others in black tactical gear with rifles. And they look like they're getting ready to load them up as they take you over to this post. Does he call out at all? Does he say anything?
I don't think he understands what's happening. Like, this is very abrupt. They're like, oh, you didn't eat? Okay, cool. And they're taking him to a pole? I don't think he's fully grasped what the intention is at this point.
But you're not saying anything?
Yeah.
Okay. That's fine. They take you up, and one of the men in black tactical gear pulls out a set of handcuffs and, like, roughly pushes your arms behind your back so you're wrapped around the post, and then they handcuff you. And they go to the other side of the room where the 3 men with, they look like they have M16 rifles, so burst firing assault rifles. And one of the 2 men who had brought you in a very loud military drill sergeant type voice says, "Ready?" And then you see them move the rifles into position. "Aim!" And you see the rifles come up, pointed at you. "Fire!" And the triggers are pulled.
I think like the second they're pulled,
sanity roll for violence, please.
Yeah, that's valid, man. That's a critical success at a 44 under 55.
So you're not familiar with guns to the extent that you don't actively train with them, and you've only ever held them in like an emergency, scared shitless situation.
Right.
But you know that they just fired blanks at you. You don't lose any sanity, by the way. In fact, you start to laugh.
Do I gain a check for this?
No.
Oh, no, because I haven't.
Only if it
sanity.
failed.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. But you start to laugh.
Obviously, I'm a little too important to be put to firing squad because I didn't feel like having some toast, gentlemen. So maybe instead of the games, we talk like adults.
It's at that point that one of the 2 men walk over to you and produces a nightstick, a baton, if you will.
Okay.
He's going to hit you over the head. You could try and resist that, but it's going to happen to you either way.
Yeah, he's gonna try to kick this guy in the nuts.
Okay, yeah, let's fucking do it. All right, give me an unarmed roll.
See, base unarmed combat.
Yeah, I mean, everybody's got 40%, and I'm going to roll this guy's melee weapons.
That's a success at a 25 under 40.
I'm going to flavor this. I'm going to flavor it this way because, you know, you're still tied up. You know, you're still handcuffed up. He wasn't expecting you to fight back in any way. So when you deliver a swift kick to his nuts, it's a surprise to him. He wasn't ready for it. It's at that point that the other 4 men come up to you,
Yeah.
and they all produce their batons. And I want you to roll a d4 for damage.
4 damage.
Ow.
I rupture a testicle.
No. This is against you.
Oh. What do you mean? I kicked him in the nuts. Let me roll
There's
the
more
kick him
than
in
there
the
are of you,
nuts.
as they
Can
just
I roll
start
damage
beating
for
the
his
shit out of
nuts,
you.
though?
Yeah, roll damage for his nuts. Go ahead.
This is
Okay.
2.
Oh man.
Yeah, and the one guard is on the ground in pain, and he's like, "You motherfucker!" And then the other 4 of them, they are just beating the ever-living shit out of you.
So my HP is at a 9.
And you only have a vague awareness of being dragged.
Okay, can I keep beating the fuck out of them though? I think Kimble has goes a little cuckoo bananas on these guys.
I'm gonna give you like a minus 30 to your unarmed because they're beating the shit out of you, and there's more of them than there are of you. But go ahead and give me another try.
Okay, that's a 43 over 10. So he's kicking left and right, but yeah.
Not connecting. And eventually, one of them gets you a good crack over the back of your neck, and you hit the floor.
Yeah.
And you feel yourself about to be dragged away. And then sometime later, your entire body aching and in pain and with a huge, massive headache, you wake up back in this darkened room with no idea now of the sense of time that has passed.